I'm going to show you guys how to make mini churros with Nutella. First, I'm going to start off by melting 1/4 cup of butter, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and a half teaspoon of salt. Next, add 1 cup of water. Mix until you get a slight simmer. Next, add in 1 cup of all-purpose flour and give it a mix until you get a nice dough that resembles Play-Doh. Remove from heat for 30 minutes, then add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Add in 3 eggs one at a time until you get a nice melty dough like this. Next, for our cinnamon sugar mixture, it's 1/3 cup of sugar to 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Next, cut mini churros just to your liking of size and cook those until a nice golden brown. Now that I have a nice golden brown color, I'm taking them out and I'm putting them onto a paper towel and blotting the excess oil. I'm mixing them around in my cinnamon sugar mixture and dipping them in my Nutella, and we're all done.
Okay, y'all, this peach cobbler recipe is a must try. It's so simple and easy to make, and it's so good and melted in my mouth. First, I started by using 2 cans of peaches. Then I added some cornstarch and some brown sugar and some regular sugar just cuz and some cinnamon. Then I mixed all of that together. It took a while to mix up because the brown sugar was a little hard, but eventually I got it. Y'all, I got it. And then I added my cake mix. I used the Betty Crocker cake mix in classic yellow. And then I just poured it all over the peaches, get it all nice and even on there. So once I got all of that nice and even, I cut up some butter in squares and just placed it on top of the cake mix. It took a while to do this part because the butter kept sticking to my hands. Like, dang. But I finally got it, y'all. And then I poured some cinnamon on top. And then I placed it in the oven for about 45 minutes on 375. Oh, look how good that looks. Y'all, it was so good. This is a must try. Seriously. I'm about to go get me some more as we speak. I'm on my 3rd bowl. I didn't have no ice cream, so I just put some whipped cream on top. It was so good, y'all.
Alright, y'all, so I'm back at Dollar Tree. This time I decided to make like a mall style Auntie Anne's pretzel. So I grabbed these soft pretzels, a bag of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then a container of this vanilla icing. And so the first step is you're going to put your Cinnamon Toast Crunch in a bag and pound it out to like a powdery consistency. I only did like half a bag. And then I took my pretzels and put water on them. That's what the instructions say. That's going to help your Cinnamon Toast Crunch stick to the pretzels, and that's going to help your sauce stick. I decided to only do 3 Cinnamon Toast Crunch and then 3 regular ones because, yeah, I wanted to taste some regular ones. But I put them in the oven for about 3 minutes and then went ahead and heated up my icing to get it to like a drizzly state. Just put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. And then I went ahead and put a little more of my Cinnamon Toast Crunch on top. And that's the end result, y'all. And these were like really good. Even if you're not on a budget, I would recommend these because like $125 for all them pretzels. And they pretty good, like, for real.
She want me to spank it. Bad little best, not basic. Give my time, you better not waste it. You get your eyes, no waiting. Like, we just gonna
put y'all onto my low-calorie strawberry shortcake. These are literally your ingredients. 3 simple ingredients. You can get the light one. They didn't have the light one when I just went to the store, so I had to get the regular, but you can get light if you just feel better. So I'm like 5 calories more. So now the rice cakes is 50 calories. This is 25 calories per 2 tablespoons. Probably won't even use all of that. And I don't know how much these little strawberries is, but I doubt they're anything. Literally gonna scoop your what's the name on and spread it out. And then you wanna place your strawberries on there. Just literally like 80 calorie fucking strawberry shortcake dessert. And I also have my Cool Whip in the freezer because I like it to be like cold. Bye.
Strawberry cookies.
Being with you all alone's like a dream come true. I want you right here in the world. Being with you all alone's like a dream come true.
Baby wobble, baby wobble, baby wobble. Yeah. Wobble, baby wobble, baby wobble, baby wobble. Yeah. Wobble, baby wobble, baby wobble, baby wobble. Yeah. Wobble, baby wobble, baby wobble, baby wobble. Get it now. Yeah, yeah. Get it now. Yeah, yeah.
This is how you make Auntie's sweet candied yams.
Mom, they gonna have to cut you out this house.
Boy, give me my phone. You're gonna need 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon and pumpkin spice, a tablespoon of ground nutmeg, and 1.5 tablespoons of pure vanilla extract, 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup of white sugar, and 2 cups of brown sugar, 8 clean sweet potatoes, and 2 tablespoons of whole milk. Wrap your sweet potatoes up in aluminum foil, bake on 350 for 25 minutes. Oh, I forgot to mention, you're gonna need 1 teaspoon of salt. Melt your butter. Now add your sugars and seasonings and mix. Add your vanilla and milk and mix. When your caramel starts to bubble like this, turn it off. It's done. Peel your potatoes and cut in circles. Go ahead and add a little cinnamon to them yams. You don't have to, but y'all know I'm extra. Now go ahead and pour that caramel over them yams. Now bake on 350 for 20 minutes. It should look just like this. And enjoy.
I'm obsessed with any recipe that doesn't require me to turn on the oven. So let me show you guys how to make this strawberry shortcake no-bake cheesecake. Let's start by crushing up some of our golden Oreos. You can do it in a blender or you can just use a rolling pin, which is what I like to do when I'm in a rush. Now I'm adding some melted butter. This is gonna make the crust. The super lazy girl way is to just put the full Oreo in the bottom of a cupcake tin, but I find that when you grind it up and you add butter, it gives a more enjoyable, smooth, soft crunch. Now I'm using a measuring cup and I'm pressing that down. I decided to put another cupcake liner in it because it was sticking to the bottom, but this fixed that problem. Now we're gonna chill that and make our filling. Make sure you use room temperature cream cheese or it's gonna get really clunky and ugly. So if it's room temperature, you should be able to blend it up really nice. You can do it by hand, but I went ahead and pulled out my hand mixer and now I added sweetened condensed milk, vanilla extract, and some sour cream. Now for a very quick strawberry sauce, I combined sugar and strawberries onto the stove for about 10 minutes on low. And now for the strawberry shortcake topping, it's just crushed up golden Oreos, some strawberry jello instant pudding, and some really, really soft, almost melted butter. And I'm just gonna mix that up, guys. When I tell you I was eating this straight out of this bowl, it was so good. Now the little strawberry sauce or compote is done. I'm adding in some lemon zest just to give it a pop, and then I'm gonna mash it up really well. You can also put it back in the blender, but I didn't want to make extra dishes. Let that strawberry sauce cool, and now we're gonna go ahead and start assembling it. I'm putting the cheesecake mixture on top. Now you see the consistency. It needs to be thick like this or it's not going to set. And by now, our strawberry sauce should be cooled. So I'm going to put it in a piping bag and we're going to pipe it right into the middle of these little cheesecakes. And it was a lot more runny than I expected. So just make sure you cut a tinier hole than I did. And then we're going to top it off with that delicious strawberry shortcake crumble. And don't be afraid to really pack it on there, guys. Like, use as much as you want. This is really going to give you a nice flavor punch. And then the hardest part is letting those chill in the refrigerator overnight. If you're in a rush, you can pop them in the freezer. And by the way, that was me making fresh homemade whipped cream. It's only 2 ingredients, 3 if you want to sweeten it. I will tag that recipe in the caption. This full recipe will actually be right above the caption as well. Just click see full recipe, but add your toppings and enjoy.
Hey y'all, welcome back. I told you, friend, I was gonna come back and do the apple, okay? The apple is giving apple pie and it's kind of better than the peach. I know. Anyway, so you need some apple pie filling, some brown sugar, some white sugar, and some cinnamon, right? Make sure you taste it, because maybe you want to add some more cinnamon, you know? Me, I'm a cinnamon girl. You're gonna get your cinnamon rolls, and just like yesterday, you're gonna spray your cupcake tin, and you're gonna add your cinnamon rolls, right? And then you're gonna press them things down with clean hands, okay, friend? With clean hands. And look, honestly, if your hands are a little dirty and you cooking this for your man, I'm not gonna go there with y'all, not tonight, but you know, right? So now you're just gonna scoop your apple pie filling inside of your cinnamon rolls. Honestly, y'all, I'm gonna call these apple pie cinnamon rolls. I feel like that's very fitting, right? And so for the crumbly pieces, right, y'all said it was called strudel. Friend, thank you for that. But I'm gonna call it crumbly pieces, because crumbly pieces make so much more sense to me. Anyway, so y'all, this recipe is in yesterday's video, so go look at yesterday's video, friend. And you're gonna sprinkle that on top. You're gonna put your oven on 425. You're gonna bake these for like 15-20 minutes, right? They're gonna look like this. And y'all, oh my goodness, y'all. So y'all was asking me yesterday about like the drizzle. So the drizzle was just like the icing that came with it, and I melted it a little bit. But y'all, I had some caramel just laying around, and y'all, the caramel really just, it took it there, y'all. Look at this. The caramel really took it there. The one in the background looks very questionable, but it was still good, friend, I promise.